technical glitch of the night. Welcome everybody. Really excited to see everybody. My name's Dan Ayoub. I'm executive producer at 343. With me is Dennis Ries. Dennis is the producer on Halo Anniversary, which is the reason we're here today. So, before we get going and show you guys the game, I wanted to talk a little bit about why we're doing this. November 15th of this year is a very, very important date in gaming. It is 10 years to the day since the launch of Halo 1. Very, very exciting. How many people remember the first time they played the original Halo? Right, exactly. I mean, everybody remembers it. It was an extremely iconic game. I see 2 beers up there. That's even better than 1, I'm guessing. But, I mean, this is a very iconic game, and we wanted to do a gift for the fans to mark the 10-year anniversary of this franchise. So a few core principles for us before we got started. First of all, we wanted to make sure the game played exactly the same as it did 10 years ago. Everybody remembers the first time they played this game. It was very iconic. It inspired shooters. This is really the thing that started 10 years of greatness for Halo. So we wanted to treat it really, really well. One of the ways we did that is, it's actually pretty cool from a technical standpoint. We layered 2 engines together. So we've got bits of the original Halo code that are running, and that actually ensures that the game plays the way everybody remembers it does. But on top of that, we've actually layered a new graphics engine and an audio engine, and that's what makes it sound and look like a current generation title. Also gives us another little trick that we're able to do that we're going to show you guys tonight, and that's called Classic Mode. For those of you who haven't heard about it, this is probably my favorite feature of the game. At any point in the campaign, at the touch of a button, you can swap and go back to the classic graphics as you remember from 10 years ago. Really, words don't do it justice, so let's actually take a look at it running live. So we're going to get going. A quick word, actually, while we're loading it up on multiplayer, we've got Damnation and Beaver Creek running. They're on the show floor tonight, so you guys can get a chance to play some of that multiplayer. Should definitely check it out. It's a tremendous amount of fun. So we're going to do something a little different than we did at E3. At E3, we started in new mode and then went back to Classic. For you guys tonight, we're actually going to start in Classic and go back into new mode, and then we're going to go back and forth a few times because it really looks cool on this level. So this is 343 Guilty Spark. This is the game as it looked 10 years ago. If you're getting pangs of nostalgia right now, it's because this is exactly how the game looked 10 years ago. And again, really excited to be able to bring that awesome gameplay back. The first thing people remark on when they start playing is the game plays exactly the same as it did. Do we have any audio for the game? All right, hopefully we'll get that settled. In the meantime, we'll keep going. So let's come up to a spot here and we'll start to talk about some of the classic modes that we can do. One of the fun things to do is come to a spot like this, look around, let's see how the game looks today. We're going to hit the back button, and this is Halo, This is Halo Anniversary today. A really fun feature, and the cool thing at any point during the game, let's go back and take a look again. We'll swap back, and what's really cool is the gameplay does not stop as you're doing this. At any point you can hit that button and it's going to take you back and forth. So just a tremendous amount of fun. Unfortunately, what we're not hearing right now is a lot of the weapon effects that are going on in the game. Weapon effects, sound effects have all been remastered, so they sound even better. And that orchestral music, I mean, that was very key to the feel of this game, has actually been remastered. We worked with Skywalker Sound and we've remastered all of that audio. So the game just sounds amazing. And you're going to have to take my word for it because we can't hear it right now. So some of the other features that we've been talking about as well, achievements, a big request for people who wanted to be able to round out their achievements, and now you can. Halo Anniversary is going to feature achievements so you can round out your 360 experience. Co-op over live, another cool one. And a lot of people have described the co-op experience from the past as loading TVs into their car to go play at their friend's house. Now you're going to be able to do it over live. So a very, very fun experience. I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek of terminals coming up a little bit as well. But you know what? This is another great spot. Let's see how this looked 10 years ago. Yeah, so the game has really come a long way. I like to call this 10 years of gaming evolution at the touch of a button because it's really, really fantastic and a really, really fun feature. Something else we want to show you guys tonight, making its triumphant return, is the Magnum. Oh, and we have sound! So let's crank the sound up a little bit for this, as Dennis is just going to mow through some people with the Magnum for us. And we're going to hope for the best. So a little insider scoop, let's hope this doesn't happen. At E3, okay, to be fair, Dennis showed the game like 1,000 times. managed the impossible. He managed to sticky grenade his own face while he was playing this V3. Hopefully that's not going to happen tonight, but it was a tremendous amount of fun to watch Dennis spin around trying to shake this thing off of him. But again, so all of these features come together for a really fantastic experience. I mean, this is a point where I want to call out, we didn't just want to do another remake. I mean, this is Halo. We didn't want to drive it up to HD, slap it in a box and call it a day. This game is just packed with features. We're talking about a few of them today. We're going to talk about some more next week at Halo Fest, which is coinciding with PAX in Seattle. And we're going to be talking about even more features as we get closer to launch. So this is just really chock full of goodness, features that really enhance that core gameplay experience. And you know, the game just looks fantastic. We're going to take one more look here. Let's go back to classic mode. We can kind of see how the game has evolved. Yeah, there it is again. So I mean, tremendous amount of fun to go back and forth. Little insider tip for you guys. This feature started for us as a menu item. We were going to let you choose when you started the game, do I want to play in classic mode or do I want to play in remastered? And we just quickly said, no, this is too damn cool to leave to a menu item. And it's turned into what it is today, a feature that exists for the fans that lets you go back and forth as many times as you want throughout the course of the game. So I talked about terminals a little bit. We're going to load that up. I want to give you guys a bit of a history on terminals as we're getting started. You guys remember terminals started with Halo 3, and these were Easter eggs that appeared throughout the course of the game that kind of gave some backstory to the Halo universe. It was a fantastic thing for people to discover, but it existed as text on a screen, which is cool, but reading text on your screen is not too interesting. So what we wanted to do was take a brand new approach to terminals, and you guys are going to be the first people to see it tonight. At E3, we showed a trailer, but what we're going to show you guys tonight is actually the first terminal that you're going to find in the game. And the other thing that's really cool is if we find all of them, we're going to give you some hints as to what we're planning for Halo 4. So there's a lot of goodness here. Let's take a look at the first terminal.
Warning! By order of Ecumenic Council, proximity to Installation 04 is forbidden. Your continued presence will result in most unpleasant countermeasures. I must insist that you immediately change course and return to a minimum safe distance of 1 light year. This has served as your one and final warning. I have activated defensive systems, and you now have 30 seconds to return to the minimum safe distance of... Wait. Curious. Curious indeed, after all these years. Greetings, humans, and welcome to Installation 04. Ignore prior warnings, and please continue. I have disabled defensive systems to allow your approach, but you must not exit your ship once you have arrived at the designated landing sector. This ring contains significant dangers, and even with your assumed legacy, I must verify the presence and pitch of your gauge before allowing full access. We have much to discuss, humans. I have been away far too long. You have been away far too long.
So there's an example of a terminal, as you can see, a little more interesting than reading text on a screen. So, you know, that's it. I want to give you guys the high level. Again, this game's launching November 15th. This is a very special day. It's the 10-year anniversary of the original launch. Halo Fest is next week, happening in Seattle, coinciding with PAX. For those who might not make it, tune in to HaloWaypoint.com. We're actually going to be streaming a lot of stuff out of there, and that's going to be a great place for you guys to get some more of your info. Again, really want to highlight, this is not just a remake like some of the other remakes that has happened. This is a celebration of the fans. This is a labor of love for us at 343. And this is something the fans have been asking for a long time, and we're really excited to give it back, because without the fans, there is no Halo franchise. This has always been about you guys, and this is something we're really excited to celebrate with you all. So I invite you guys, again, we've got Damnation and Beaver Creek playing on the floor for multiplayer. Tremendous amount of fun. In the meantime, a couple of us are going to be milling around for a little while. If you guys just want to talk, ask a couple of questions. that's it. We hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for coming out, and enjoy the rest of the evening.